Hello, everybody. Miss Debbie here. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming to Bedtime Story Time. And let's plop right into it. I've got some great books tonight. So, hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? I'm fine. Thank you. How are you? I hope you are well too. You know what they say in Japan? They say, how bu how. How bu how. It means well, not well. Are you well or not well? How bu how. So there's a little language lesson for you tonight. Tuck under your pillow. Let's do our thumbkin game. All right. Because it's such a popular song, I have to do it all the time. So, where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Tall Lady? Where is Tall Lady? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, ma'am? Very well, I thank you. Stride away, stride away. Where is Ringman? Where is Ringman? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, dude? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Okay, stretch your fingers one by one. Squeeze them. Oh, feels good. Get that little circulation going and rub your hands together and get that energy moving. Feels good. Take a deep breath, blow it out. Yeah, now we're relaxing. So, great book tonight. Again, another title by Julia Donaldson. This is different illustrator by Lydia Monks. It's called What the Ladybug Heard. So here's it takes place on a farm, and the ladybug, here she is, she heard something, and there's all the other animals, and you could see the cow has a prize ribbon on her halter. Have you been to a farm lately? I haven't. My neighbors have chickens, but it's not the same. I like to go to a farm. So here's the farm. The farmer's house, the pond, the horse pen, the horse pond. There's the chickens. That looks like a goat. And then the pigsty is back there. Some crows around the scarecrow in the field. Very nice picture. It's fun to draw pictures. Have you been drawing lately? Summertime's a good time to get out your paper and pencils and colored pencils. What the Ladybug Heard. Once upon a farm, there lived a fat red hen, a duck in a pond, and a goose in a pen, a woolly sheep, a hairy hog, a handsome horse, and a dainty dog. A fine prize cow, 2 cats that purred, and a ladybug who never said a word. Let's see, I'm trying to find the ladybug in this picture. Let's see it. Do you see it? Where could that ladybug be? She doesn't say a word, but she hears everything. And the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck. Hiss, said the goose, and quack, said the duck. Neigh, said the horse. Oink, said the hog. Baa, said the sheep. Woof, said the dog. One cat meowed while the other one purred, and the ladybug never said a word. And there they are, all looking at the ladybug. I guess if she did speak, she'd have a little tiny voice because she's a little tiny ladybug. But the ladybug saw and the ladybug heard. She saw two men in a big black van with a map and a key and a cunning plan. And she heard them whisper, "This is how we're going to steal the fine prize cow." Open the gate in the dead of night, pass the horse and then turn right. Round the duck pond, past the hog, be careful not to wake the dog. Left past the sheep, then straight ahead and in through the door of the prize cow's shed. And that's their map. Then help was the ladybug's very first word, and gather round were the second and third. And she told the animals, this is how two thieves are planning to steal our cow. They'll open the gate in the dead of night, pass the horse, and then turn right. Round the duck pond, past the hog, being careful not to wake the dog. Left past the sheep, then straight ahead and in through the door of our prize cow's shed. And the cow said, moo, and the hen said, cluck. Hiss said the goose, and quack said the duck. Neigh said the horse, oink said the hog. Baa said the sheep, and woof said the dog. And both the cats began to meow. We can't let them steal our fine prize cow. But the ladybug told them not to fear, and she whispered her plan into every ear. And there she is, going from ear to ear. In the dead of night, the two bad men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, opened the gate while the farmer slept, and tiptoe into the farm they crept. Then the goose said, "Nay," with all her might, and Len said, "That's the horse, turn right." And the dainty dog began to quack. The duck said, "Hugh, we're on the right track." Oink, said the cats. There goes the hog, be careful not to wake the dog. Baa, 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 said the fat red hen. The sheep were nearly there, said Len. Then the duck on the pond said, moo, moo, moo. Two more steps to go, said Hugh. This is a funny picture. You could see one of them, he's stepping in a pile of doo-doo, and he's got it on his shoe as he's walking to the pond. And they both stepped into the duck pond, splash. And the farmer woke up and said, "Golly gosh." And he called the cops, and they caught the men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len. And the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck. Hiss said the goose, and quack said the duck. Neigh said the horse, oink said the hog. Baa said the sheep, woof said the dog. And the farmer cheered, and both cats purred, but the ladybug never said a word. Isn't that a sweet story? I love this book. Just love all of her books. Julia Donaldson. So when we're feeling good, we sing our happy song, Skidamarink. So let's do it. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, so that song makes you happy, right? I think we can be happy without expending too much energy before we go to bed. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, whisper hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, say hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray. And I'm saying hooray because, you know, Father's Day is coming up and maybe you have something planned to do with your dad and or your granddad or a favorite uncle or somebody. So I thought we'd read Froggy's Day with Dad. Don't You Love Froggy by Jonathan London. Illustrated by Frank Remkowitz. Froggy's Day with Dad. Do you love Froggy, folks? I do. They tell such a nice story. Froggy, called his mother. What? Cried Froggy. Rise and shine, said his mom. It's Father's Day. Hooray, cried Froggy. He hopped out of bed and flopped to the kitchen. Flop, flop, flop. He'd been waiting a long time for Father's Day to come. At school, he'd made a special present. And now he was making breakfast for Dad all by himself. He dropped an egg on his foot. Splat. Oopsie, said Froggy. Froggy, called his dad. What? What's that funny smell? You'll see, said Froggy. I think he's burning something in the frying pan. I can see eggshells in the scrambled eggs. Do you? And the smoke, and the egg on his foot, and the eggs on the floor. Well, he's just a little boy. He's trying. Then he served his dad breakfast in bed. Happy Father's Day, said Froggy. I made it all by my... Oops! It slipped. And there's his mother with the dustpan to pick the breakfast off the floor. Oh, Froggy, said his mom. She scooped it up, and Froggy's dad took a bite. Thanks, Froggy, he said. The eggshells are nice and crunchy. I have another surprise for you, said Froggy after breakfast. We're going to play golf for Father's Day. It's your favorite game. You're too little to play golf, said his dad. But you're just the right size to play miniature golf. Yippee, said Froggy. First you have to get dressed, silly. Oopsie, said Froggy. And he flopped back to his room to get dressed. Flop, flop, flop. And zap, zip, zim, zoop, zup, zap. I'm ready, cried Froggy. And he and his dad leapfrogged all the way to the fun park. Flop, flop, flop. First, cried Froggy, let's ride the bumper boats. Okay, said his dad, then we'll play golf. Froggy sat on his dad's lap and helped steer. Whip, splash, whip, splash. Oof! They bumped another boat so hard that Froggy bounced up into the air. Whee! Turned a somersault and landed upside down in the boat. Thump. Let's go to the batting cage, cried Froggy. Okay, said his dad, then we'll play golf, right? Froggy put on a helmet. Zap! Then he wound up and swung. Oopsie! The bat flew out of his hands and hit his dad on the foot. Thunk. Ouch. Now can we play golf? Asked his dad. Golf? Said Froggy. Why didn't you say so? Let's go. So they flopped over to play miniature golf. Flop, flop, flop. At the first hole, Froggy wound up and started to swing. Froggy, yelled his dad. What? You're facing the wrong way. Oopsie, cried Froggy. I knew that. Froggy turned around. Then he wound up and started to swing. Wait, said his dad. First you have to address the ball. Oh, said Froggy. Hello, ball. How do you do today? No, his dad laughed. I mean, you stand with your feet apart and place the head of the club behind the ball, and then you swing. Froggy shrugged. Then he wound up and swung, and bam, bing, bong, the ball bounced off 3 windmill blades and landed in the hole. Plop. Hole in one, cried Froggy. Holy cow, said Froggy's dad. That was beginner's luck. No way, said Froggy. I'm a pro. After his dad's turn, it took him 9 times to hit the ball in, and Froggy said, nice try, Dad. They flopped to the next hole. Flop, flop, flop. Now watch me, said Froggy, and he wound up and swung. Bam, bing, boing, the ball bounced off 3 towers and hit his dad smack in the head. Bonk, and knocked him down. Golf balls are very hard. Oopsie, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Thanks, Froggy, groaned his dad, and he rubbed a bump on his head the size of a golf ball. The rest of the game was fun, though, especially for Froggy. He dove into a pond beneath a waterfall, flop, flop, splash, and came up with 7 balls. And when they got home, Froggy gave his dad his special Father's Day gift. Happy Father's Day, Dad. His dad tore off the paper. Rip! Wow, a mug, he said. Yep, said Froggy. I painted the letters all by myself. It says, to the best dad I ever had. Thanks, Froggy, said his dad. This is the best gift I ever had. Happy Father's Day. Isn't that a sweet book? Believe me, you don't want to get hit in the head with a golf ball. Look at this. These are golf balls. You can hear that? Oh, you don't want to get hit by that. No way. So we haven't sang our ABC song in a couple of weeks. So let's practice. We need to practice over the summer so we don't lose our skills. So take a deep breath. Oh, that just felt so good. Okay, sing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S-T-U-V-W-X-Y-and-Z. Be a gorilla. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Oh, that hurts. But gorillas like to pound their chests when they're proud of themselves. So I have some brand new letters, right? These are all vowels, A-E-I-O-U. And we're going to put them into our favorite song called Apples and Bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. We're going to put the letter A in there. A. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. Our next letter is E. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. What letter is this? That's right, I, like I. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. This is a funny letter. It's also a number. So this is the letter O. It's also the number 0. Is that funny? The number 0 has the letter O in it. It's pretty interesting. I like to oat apples and bananas. I like to oat apples and bananas. The funniest letter is U. Oo. I like to oot apples and bananas. I like to oot apples and bananas. That's a lot of work, isn't it? Let's sing the real song. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. That song will put you to sleep. You could sing it to yourself and put you to sleep. So also in honor of Father's Day, I'd like to read Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle. So you might know this about the moon, that it changes. Sometime it's a full moon, big and white like a face, and maybe you could even see the man in the moon. And sometimes as the moon changes, you just see part of it, little slivers of it. Look at those beautiful stars. Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle. And there's some phases of the moon. Waxing and waning. Before Monica went to bed, she looked out of her window and saw the moon. The moon looked so near. I wish I could play with the moon, thought Monica, and she reached for it. But no matter how much she stretched, she could not touch the moon. Papa, said Monica to her father, please get the moon for me. What father wouldn't do that for his little girl? Papa got a very long ladder. He carried the very long ladder toward a very high mountain. Then Papa put the very long ladder on top of the very high mountain and started to climb. Up and up and up he climbed. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Finally, Papa got to the moon. My daughter Monica would like to play with you, said Papa, but you are much too big. There he is at the bottom. Every night I do get a little smaller, said the moon. When I am just the right size, you can take me with you. And indeed, the moon got smaller and smaller and smaller. When the moon was just the right size, Papa took it. Down and down and down he climbed. Ooh, look at that. He's holding the moon. Here, said Papa to Monica, I have the moon for you. Monica jumped and danced with the moon. She hugged the moon and threw it into the air. But the moon kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and finally it disappeared. Then one night, Monica saw a thin sliver of the moon reappear. Each night the moon grew and grew and grew until it was a full moon again. Can you see the man in the moon? Isn't that a sweet book? It's a good bedtime book, I think. So, there is somebody that comes out, whether the moon is big or small. Twinkle is always up there, the first star in the sky, the brightest one too. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Let's see, what could we wish for? Oh, I would like a soft swirl ice cream cone vanilla from the Ice Cream Man. Don't know if he could do that, but that's what I'd like. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I wonder. Well, it's getting late. I think it's time for Lily White's party, don't you think? Oh no, we're getting ready for Lily White's party. Yes, we are. And even though in summer when the days are longer and the sun is out longer, I still go to bed on time because I have to get up early. But if you want to stay awake and read books in your bed, I'm sure that's okay. So let's get ready for bed. Let's get ready for Lily White's party. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we fluff our pillow, fluff our pillow, fluff our pillow. This is the way we fluff our pillow before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss when we go to bed. All right, one more story. We could do that. Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues, written by Kimberly and James Dean. Who doesn't like Pete the Cat? This is based on their real cat. I don't know if their real cat was named Pete, but their real cat is a skinny black cat that they have. Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues. Pete and the gang had a great day. They'd been at the beach, surf and sun and tons of fun. Oh, I can't wait to go to the beach. Oof. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. Pete had an idea. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Pete's place, let's go. So here he is telling them about the sleepover. And then they all get on the motorcycle to go to Pete's place. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. They were coloring and playing and having pizza. The gang decided it was time to say goodnight. Look at, they're a little sleepy-eyed. On went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. And they're sleeping in their sleeping bags and Pete's in his own bed. Pete was just about to catch some Z's. That means snoring. When clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete covered his head. Maybe the toad is happy and he knows it, so he's going to clap. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. It's time to go to sleep. Pete tried again to catch some Z's when rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Gus the platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Time to sleep. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard munch, munch, munch. Pete had a hunch. It was Alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do? All the clapping, rat-a-tat-tapping, and munching was giving him the bedtime blues. Pete had a groovy idea. He got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. And his favorite book is called Pete the Cat and 10 Little Monsters. So he's reading the book to his friends. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tatting, and no more munching. They all settled down. No one made a sound. Oh, they settled down to listen to the story. Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night, sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing, sun, and tons of fun. And they're all dreaming about what fun they're going to have tomorrow. That's kind of fun. I like that. That's what you should do before you go to bed. Think of the fun things. Oh, so they were great stories. So we could say, day is done, gone the sun, from the lake, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely rest, sleep is nigh. Remember, nigh means near. So you could say sleep is near, but it doesn't rhyme so well. So go hippity hop to bed. I'd rather stay up instead. When mother says must, there's nothing but just go hippity hop to bed. And you know, there's this little guy named Wee Willie Winky, and he runs around to make sure that children are sleeping. So let's see if I can remember this rhyme. And I think this is a true Mother Goose rhyme. Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. Looking through the windows and peering through the locks, are the children in their beds? It's almost 8 o'clock. And that's the time children go to bed, 8 o'clock. Some children go to bed earlier. I know friends who go to bed at 7, so they miss my story time at 7. But you could watch it recorded. So here is my song to you, because you are my sunshine and you make my day. And I love it when I'm able to read you stories. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Good night. Sleep well. Have wonderful dreams and a wonderful day tomorrow. Bye.